What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? Phil Nagy on Sports here, joining you. Welcome to the banks of Lake Erie. Cleveland Browns Stadium. It is week 3. All eyes and hopes for our season now rest squarely on number 4's shoulders, as well as number 2 there. Defense is continuing to be stout, but the awful loss of Nick Chubb, and again, it was a sad moment, not only on Monday night, but this week when I had to take him out of the sim lineup. It was a tough one to swallow, but that is the case, and this is the NFL, and next man up, and of course a familiar face, number 27, Kareem Hunt, will be in the backfield. I tried to share the playbook as much as possible, so you'll see maybe Ford 55% of the formations and Kareem Hunt about 45% of the formations that require running back, so we'll see how that balance looks here as Hopkins tees it up. Looks like a beautiful day in the land. Hopefully that means the offense, specifically that passing offense, can get going. So we're going to go ahead and get this kicked off. I really appreciate all of our subscribers. You guys truly are the best. I have a very busy day here around the homestead, so Kit's actually going to call this one for you. I appreciate him doing that. So thanks so much for being a part of Nagy Nation, and of course remember to join us on our Discord channel so that we can chat during the real Browns game tomorrow when it is actually live. So here comes Tannehill out onto the field, Titans offense onto the field, and Kit taking over the mic. Go Browns.
Yeah, appreciate that. Go Browns indeed. Welcome in Applied, Mitchell, Earl. Yes, Applied. Ford is the starter. I'm expecting Kareem Hunt to be the third down back primarily for the Browns. So we'll see how that works out. But definitely excited about what we'll see from the defense. And there it is, Myles Garrett right out the gate. First play, snap. First snap of the ball game, a sack, and what a sack that was. Nobody bothered to get hit. Myles Garrett, and he came free very quickly. What a sack that was on the first snap. Now Tannehill from near his end zone, he gets it complete up to the right side. And that is DeAndre Hopkins on the reception. And yes, I agree. We do have a absolutely top-flight, top-notch defense. They got to keep playing tough, obviously. Hopefully not getting it. And Myles Garrett's going to get it again. Speaking of the defense, to shut him down, 3 and out right out the gate. Look at that. Back-to-back sacks for Myles Garrett. Tannehill can't believe it. And there it is. What an effort. I don't know. They may give that half of that to Zadarius Smith, who came up and kind of cleaned up at the end there with a little shove, but they're going to have to punt in a compressed punting formation here for the Titans out of their own end zone. So good field position coming for the Browns. Received at the 40, past the 50, and out near the 45 of the Titans. Great field position for this offense that we obviously hope has, figured out a lot of things, because they're going to need to figure out a lot of things, as they were very not good in that first showing. Really second showing, their first good weather showing against Pittsburgh in week 2. So we obviously need some better production here, as the first handoff goes to the newly signed Kareem Hunt. Hey, Daniel, welcome in. Yes, he apparently has lost some weight to gain some speed, so we'll see how that works out. Is he going to air it downfield? He's got Njoku down on the sideline there. A nice strike here, taking advantage of this good field position provided by the defense and the early 2 sacks from Myles Garrett. Yes, definitely looking forward to this one, Applied. I think it should be a fun game indeed. Now a heavy set for the Browns. 2 tight ends out to his right-hand side. Actually, all 3 of them out there, as he's got Kareem Hunt searching some yards up the middle there. Picks up 8. Byard came out of his safety position to make that tackle. 2nd and 2. Ford, the lone back. Watson to the end zone and incomplete. Looking for Cooper, but Cooper was already sitting at the back line. I think he pulled the trigger a little late on that one and threw it in between everybody. Incomplete. 3rd and 2. Little tight bunch to his left. Hands it up the middle to Ford. Ford fighting for the yard. I'm not sure he got it. No, 4th and inches. Just couldn't quite get there. I don't think he saw the hole as well as he might have needed to. Looked like he had the opportunity if he went left there. Instead, elected to go right and got tackled. But the Browns are going to go for this. Kareem Hunt out in the ace formation here on 4th and inches. Back to pass. Got it. Completes the Chief on a little flat route out there. Nobody picked him up close enough to be able to contest that one, and an easy pitch and catch to pick up that 4th and inches, and the Browns are in business. Out of the pistol look. Fakes the handoff to Ford. Ford missed a block, but fortunately avoided as Watson just threw that one away. Ford just kind of olayed that one. Not a great effort from him. Out of the pistol look again. Ford's got the carry. He tries to shoot move on air for no reason and then ends up getting tackled because he put himself kind of in a bad spot there. He just needed to hit that hole rather than juking in it. Hey, Fellergren, welcome in. Go Browns. Phil is busy today, so it'll be just me on the call today. As this one, Watson escapes and manages to throw that one away. I thought for a minute he was going to get sacked out there, but manages to avoid it. And another 4th down for the Browns. Looks like this one will be settling for a field goal, and they will. From the 6. The kick is up. The Browns take some advantage of the good field position that their defense provided, at least scoring 3 points, and that's certainly not what you were looking for on that drive. After starting out at the Tennessee 45, kind of wanted them to punch that one in, but they do settle for a field goal instead. Did get some production out of it, but unable in the red zone to punch it in. After converting a nice 4th and inches, though. But obviously their 3rd down conversion rate, not what you're looking for, as they had 2 that did not work out in that drive. Myles Garrett in the zone early, like that. Tannehill back to pass, trying to escape pressure. That pressure there all day, gets it out to his outlet. That's Henry out along the sideline. Henry's going to pick up 8. J.O.K. in on that tackle. 2nd and 2. Inside rush from Miles, and Miles just not able to get the sack. He did absolutely cause that incompletion. Miles was lined up over the guard, and he is again on this one. Look out for Miles. That one is knocked away. Nice defense out on the perimeter. And that is going to force a 4th down and probably a punt with this field position. It is. So another 3 and out for these Tennessee Titans, who have gone absolutely nowhere against this very good Browns defense. Nice little cutback there from DPJ, finding some space. And Watson will take over from his own 27. Both backs there, bookending Watson. Now firing downfield, and it's picked. Thrown underneath by Watson. Not a great throw there. Trying to thread the needle. Didn't have enough on it to get it past. And a pick for the Tennessee Titans as Watson, and it's Byard, of course, coming up out of his safety position to make this nice play. See him kind of sitting underneath it and then high points it as there was not enough to either get it through the window or he needed to loft it over. He did not do either, and a turnover is the result. So Tannehill's going to start on the Browns 40. Of course, Myles Garrett in the zone still. Myles Garrett searching! Oh, nearly another sack for him. Very dangerous when he's in the zone, and Tannehill just fortunate enough to be able to get that out of his hand and force an incompletion rather than a sack. Now Derrick Henry with his first carry of the ballgame. That's an odd thing. 8:22 into this ballgame, and that's the first time he has rushed the football. He had a completion for 8 earlier on the previous drive, but the very first Derrick Henry rush of the game. Downfield, knocked away. Grant Delpit, great defense there. Absolutely blowing that one up, and that's going to force another 4th down. And they're on the 36. They're going to try for the long field goal. a 53-yarder. Kick is up. Kick is good, so that's going to tie up the ball game, 3-3. As the interception is what led to this Tennessee offense having any chance to score, as the Browns defense has been absolutely phenomenal. That was effectively another 3 and out. As a nice return right up the middle. Wow, look at that one. Great field position as Charlie Strong with the return, able to find a seam and hit it quickly. What a nice return that was. So great field position again for the Browns. They got to get something going here on offense, though, and certainly don't want those turnovers. Got to avoid those. Fakes all kinds of pitches and tosses there, and then ends up throwing an ugly underneath pass for a loss of yardage to the sideline. Now from under center. Watson to pass. Pressure coming, and he's not going to be able to get away. That'll be a sack. So 3rd and 24 coming up. Simmons gets in there on Watson. And a lot of pressure allowed here by that O-line on that snap. So you see both Wills and Batonio chasing dudes. Not what you want to see. Third and 24. Empty backfield, spreading them out, are the Browns. 4-man rush. Watson works up in the pocket, and he's just going to be taken down there, unable to escape. And Autry gets in there to make that tackle. Don't believe it was technically a sack as he got back to the line of scrimmage. But certainly not converting a 4th and 24. Or a 3rd and 24, really. That kick is returned for a couple, and Tennessee will start on their own 27 in a 3-3 ball game. Hey, welcome in, DB. Yeah, it did kind of look like that in Pittsburgh, unfortunately, and clearly the Browns offense has a lot to figure out, get on the same page, as they have not been where we need them to be. The defense has been phenomenal, and if the offense can even be a portion of as good as that, then this team has a chance to go far. But the Browns offense has got to figure it out, especially Watson. And the swing pass out to Henry, that's only his 3rd time touching, or no, actually I guess he's got 3 rushes for -1 yards. They counted that one as a rush. That was odd. That was clearly a catch. I don't know why they called it a rush. But that one was counted as his 3rd rush of the ball game. Still -1 yards for him. But underperforming what you'd expect out of King Henry for touches so far in the game. Pressure coming, trying to set up a screen. And he finally just decided to throw it out of bounds. Hey, George, welcome in. Go Browns. No, that's ridiculous, Earl. No. No, we're not starting DTR over Watson. I mean, you didn't pay Watson $230 million not to start him. I mean, Watson just has to figure it out. That's what it is. Hey, Wendell, welcome. Empty backfield again for Watson out of the gun. Now firing underneath, he's got it to Kareem Hunt, who is split out wide to his left. His first reception, 5 yards on that one. Browns offense need to get something going here as they get it complete. Chief gets it past the first down and much more. Nice little route, able to turn up field after the little drag. And Watson found him underneath with space to be able to turn up field. Nice separation there as he was able to basically take advantage of that mesh out there and free up some space from the defender and then turn up field for a whole bunch of extra yardage. Really nicely executed there from the Browns. Now past midfield. From under center, handoff goes to Ford. He's going to be met very quickly by Simmons. Watson now out to his left side. Complete Cooper. Nice throw out there. And Cooper with a nice concentration catch to make sure he brought that one in. Hey, welcome in, Mason. Glad to have you. Nice little cut there from Ford, as he was able to find some space out of nothing. Picks up 4 yards. Byard in on the tackle. Hey, Karen, welcome. Go Browns, Cavs, Guardians, Buckeyes. Big game for the Buckeyes tonight, obviously, against Notre Dame. Coming up later. As Watson goes over the middle with pressure in his face, finds Ford on the angle route. Nice ability to stand in the pocket there, feel the pressure, and manage to get the ball out of his hands in time to the open outlet in Ford. Nice little hookup for a first down there. Watson now to pass. Goes downfield to the end zone and incomplete. Was looking for Cooper there in the end zone. Double coverage coming over from the top from the safety, Byard. And Cooper couldn't hang on. Hey, Don, welcome in. Go Browns. Yes, Mason, Phil is both had an extensive honey-do list today, he said, and then he had a wedding to go do later this evening as well, so he kind of had a busy day. So he pre-recorded this one so that I could call it for you all. Hey Don, welcome in, Go Browns. Anyway, a little goal line set here from not the goal line. Interesting. Very heavy set, though. Goes underneath Akins. Finds some space there. Gets down to the 3. Interesting to see that formation out there at the 6. But they do pick up 3 yards on it. I guess it wouldn't put it past Stefanski to put something out there like that kind of a formation. Yes, Kareem Hunt is absolutely in this game. He has been active already. Wendell got a couple catches to his credit, as well as a few rushes as well. He's definitely been out there. I think Phil said he put him in like 40 or 45% of the formation so that we'd see him. As Watson is going to get absolutely buried back there. Key gets in and sacks Watson. That's the second for the Titans. Hey, Darnell, welcome in. Go Browns. But yes, he is out there. Ford is the starter for the Browns. Kareem Hunt is really the third down back, expected to be kind of relieving Ford. Speaking of Ford, there he is, getting the ball back to the 3, where it'll be 4th and goal from the 3. It'll be an interesting choice here. The real Browns probably would go for this, but Sim Browns, Madden says no, and they're going to take the field goal, which I don't think Stefanski from that field position would ever do. And yes, lots of red zone sacks, unfortunately. We see those far too frequently, really. Yep, no doubt, Mason. They do a lot of that slow development play action there in the red zone, especially near the goal line. It's really frustrating because they tend to get blown up, and we just saw it happen twice there. And going backwards in the red zone really does not help, especially when you're like 1st and goal, and then you're 2nd and goal from further back, and 3rd and goal from further back. It's terrible. Second and 2 here. Tannehill from under center hands it off to King Henry. There's his first big rush of the ball game. He had been very quiet until just then. Picked up a whole bunch of yardage on that rush as he was able to get to the second level very quickly. On 2nd and 2. 1st and 10 now from the 39. Pressure coming, throws it out to the outside, got it complete, and then very quickly brought down by Delpit. That was more on the reception, no gain. Delpit has been great in our sim, especially here today. We've seen a lot of them already. King Henry carries the ball. Picks up 6. Yeah, exactly. When it's all condensed and you're there in the red zone, you certainly can't afford those slow developing plays. It just doesn't work. There's not enough space for all that. As the Browns force yet another punt here. Great defense continuing for the Browns. They've only allowed like maybe 1 or 2 first downs to this Titan team so far, as they have been excellent in defense. It's really been the offense with struggles, as we have seen in the real world. And hopefully we will not see tomorrow. Hopefully the Browns offense comes out and actually does something productive and doesn't look like they have these last few weeks. A quick little RPO game out to Cooper. Cooper with the bubble screen past the defender and fights his way through a tackle, carries the man for extra yardage still. As a great little RPO look out to the outside on the quick hitter to Cooper. And Cooper with a great block from the Chief in front of him, able to create some space up the sideline and pick up a beautiful first down, now out to the 45. Hey Terry, welcome in. Yes, and we are very unfortunately lacking Nick Chubb here in the sim. He is out for us as he is in real life. It hurt my soul when that happened. He was the heart and soul of this team, my favorite player easily, and yeah, it was a very painful all-around moment. So sadly not here. We have Kareem Hunt out there as well as Ford. Ford is the starter. Kareem Hunt is in quite a bit as well. As you see Ford out there on the hip of Watson. He's going to get the carry. Kind of a little crease there and able to pick up 8. Yes, very sadly it was very ugly. The same knee that he had injured in college, blown out horrifically. And it looks like it's just as bad, if not worse, this time. So certainly thoughts and prayers are with him, as that was a horrible thing to see. We never want to see that happen. As Ford creating out to the edge, to the end zone, touchdown! Just able to break contain, nobody able to touch him. Nice blocking in front, able to just seal it off, and Ford does the rest. Beautiful little run. Look at the Chief sustain a block long enough to get him out to the edge. That was just the way you write it up, just how you want it to look, as the Chief able to create the block that springs Ford to the edge, and Ford along the edge with that speed able to take it into the end zone, and the Browns have their first touchdown of the ball game. Absolutely for Nick Chubb right there, for sure. You know they're going to dedicate their entire season not only to Chubb. Part of it, too, you got to remember, Chubb had dedicated his season to the legendary Jim Brown, who just passed. So all of this, kind of stacking up, this team very much going to play very hard for those two, I do believe. Yeah, I certainly hope so, Wendell. I think they will. Yeah, Mason, absolutely. Got to get Watson together, because if Watson doesn't figure it out, this offense is going to be awful. And it doesn't really matter how good the defense is. If the offense is not great, then it all revolves around Watson. We've been talking about that the whole time. I mean, this season is predicated on Watson, regardless of how good this defense is. We've always said that, and it really hurts to lose Chubb, because he is a heart and soul guy, and he makes a lot of what Watson wants to do better, because he creates space for Watson. So he obviously will need Ford and Hunt to step up in a big way. But really it starts with Watson. Watson's he's got to figure it out. He's got to be better. He's got to play smart. And if he can figure it out, this offense can still be very good. It's a beautiful pick there. MJ Emerson snagged it out of the air. What a catch that was. Playing his receiver role out there on the field, somehow able to take that one away. Tannehill is livid as MJ Emerson just robbed him here. Beautiful effort, cutting underneath it, and just taking it away. What coverage from MJ Emerson to be able to take that one away with a beautiful pick. But yeah, absolutely. Like we were saying there, Mason, it all hinges on Watson. If Watson can figure it out, we'll be good. But you know, obviously, losing Nick Chubb is a big blow to getting him back to where we want him to be. So we'll see how that works out. Hey, Rick, welcome in. Go Browns. Second and 7 now. Out past midfield. Tight bunch to the left, and they're running out to the clock here. Interesting. I'm not sure what the point of that was, but they're going to take a delay of game penalty. Weird. They were just standing there not snapping it. I don't really understand why there was a need to have a delay of game. I guess Madden decided there shall be a delay of game here because we need a penalty or something. I don't know. It's very odd. I mean, I don't say that, Terry. You don't know that. Nobody knows that. We'll see if he figures it out. It may take a while. There's a wide open seam ball there to the Chief. Nobody on him, as he had all kinds of space around him. Nice little completion there to make up for that delay of game nonsense. But no, I mean, I mean, we don't know. We'll find out. If he never figures it out, he never figures it out. But you don't know that he won't figure it out and won't get it together. As a beautiful little option keeper here from Watson, all kinds of space. We don't know. We don't know until we know. And you know, there's going to be kind of a point in the season where if he figures it out, it'll be too late, and hopefully we don't get to that point. But you know, he may turn it on this week. He may take a couple more weeks. Who knows? IKEA projects, always fun. Hey, Diablo, I missed you. Welcome in. Exactly. You know, when you know Kareem Hunt walks into the end zone, far too easy. Everybody wanted to see Kareem Hunt. There you go, touchdown for number 27 in his debut back with the Browns. Really nice. Wide open, well blocked. Really nothing for him to even challenge that, as he just waltzed in easily, and the Browns with another big score. So, 20-3 the score line here in the first half, with about just over 2 minutes left in the half. Titans will have the ball again on the 20. Yeah, I could see that, Diablo going left tackle early in the draft. Now, obviously, they don't have a first-round pick, so we'll see what their options are. I don't know.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 29-yard line.
Well, yes, Mason, but 2020 isn't really the optimal season for Watson. People talk about him getting back to 2020 form, but that's not really the form you want him in. You want him in 2019 form. That's where Watson was really good. The Texans were really quite bad in 2020, so he was playing a lot of, come from behind, down and out in ball games, garbage time, which pads quarterback stats. But no, 2019 Watson is really what you want. Yep, absolutely. I agree 100%, Diablo. Handoff goes to King Henry. He's going to have that first down, as he is starting to pick up some steam now with 12 carries. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 20-3, the scoreline here, with 2 minutes to go in the half. Tannehill Alone and unafraid in the backfield. He's going to hand it or carry it himself. And not finding a lot of room there. Picked up 1 yard on a little quarterback draw. Now Tannehill, pressure coming. Myles Garrett couldn't quite get home. 3rd and 9 coming. It very well could be. I mean, I wouldn't surprise me, Mason, that's for sure. As that one wide open over the middle, really kind of took advantage of the zone there and gets it complete to his tight end, Okronkwo. You see JOK kind of in trail there, not able to make a play on the ball. Yes, Terry, I think very much so. Chubb would be a Hall of Famer if he continued as he had. If he hadn't gotten hurt and he continued, putting out the stats like he did, I think it was kind of no doubt a Hall of Fame career that he was putting together. Well, if he makes it back to football form, what does he look like? Is he as good as he was? Did he lose a lot? I mean, that'll hugely impact it. Obviously, if his career is in fact over because of that injury, and he never makes it back, then I don't think he is unfortunately going to make it into the Hall of Fame because he didn't have enough sustained success, which really hurts because I feel like it was a Hall of Fame trajectory for Nick Chubb, for sure. As that one was complete to more for the touchdown for the Titans. So the late half touchdown here for Tennessee. And not the best coverage there from Cam Mitchell. He couldn't quite catch up to it, and Moore able to get to the inside with that inside leverage to score the touchdown. I believe he was 2018 was his draft year, so 6 years. Yeah, I mean, he very well might have, Wendell. Unfortunately, definitely won't now. I don't even see him as a pleasant surprise, Diablo. I think if you looked at his, some of his scoring from PFF and everything, he was like the 6th or somewhere between 6th and 9th best safety in the league per PFF. So he's kind of that wily veteran back there that knows what he's doing and is able to keep himself in good positions, and he hasn't lost that step yet. And he's definitely been very good in that defense for Schwartz, and the fact that he's very comfortable and familiar with Schwartz's defense certainly goes a long way too. So definitely excited about that. I'm assuming we're about to see the Bears at Bears here, which is a thing still in Madden. I think that's been in like the last 3 versions of the game. There it is, Bears at Bears. How it's always a game. Yeah, exactly. McLeod has been exactly what we thought JJ3 should have been. JJ3, I think they were playing him kind of out of position, which is why he wasn't as good as we expected and hoped. McLeod certainly is playing in position and is showing exactly what he's capable of. Hey, Jay, welcome in. We don't know. It's been a glitch in the game at halftime where it shows the Bears at Bears for the last, I think, 2 or 3 versions of the game, and we keep expecting them to fix it, and it's always there. I don't know how that happens, but it's in franchise mode. Go to halftime. For whatever reason, the Bears always play the Bears according to the halftime, game preview section there, and it's just this oddity glitch that they've had in there, and I don't think they even know about. You would think it would be a simple thing to fix, but somehow it's still in there. Yes, Delpit absolutely has been elite for us this season, both in sim and in real life, especially in real life. He's been incredible as Watson's going to escape this time, wisely so, and able to pick up a first down. Nice look there from Watson, working up in the pocket, realizing guys recovered downfield, finding a route and an alley to escape, and picking up a first down. But yeah, Delpit certainly is, and I really expect them to work hard to re-sign him. As a nice little effort out to the outside there from Moore, able to avoid a tackler and get extra yardage. A nice blocking in front of him to spring him. You look at this block up front. That's Cooper there, sustaining just enough. Moore just squeaks by for a nice pickup. Handoff right up the middle goes for Kareem Hunt. He's going to pick up 3. Watson, a little late blitz coming, and he's going to take the sack. As he tried to escape the pocket out to the outside, Wills couldn't hold up on the block. And Danico Autry comes away with a sack. Yes, we certainly do. Well, glad to have Jets fans. We're glad to have fans of every fan base, actually, here on the channel. So welcome in. Very much appreciate having you here. And we do enjoy just the general enjoyment of the NFL. We are obviously a Brown-centric channel, but we do enjoy having fans of all the fan bases here to watch our Sims. But if you haven't yet subscribed, we very much appreciate that. We do have a Discord that lets you vote on games of the week. If you'd like to join us there, we have a link in the description of this video to that Discord, and you can vote on our Spotlight Game of the Weeks. And then if you want to see your Jets play here on the channel, that's a way to try to see them by voting on that game. Watson now firing over the middle, got it complete. He's got more. Actually, no, they're going to say he dropped it late. Interesting. I guess Byard might have knocked it loose. 2nd and 10. Watson now over the middle, got it complete this time, TPJ. And he's going to have the first down. 10:42 to go in the third quarter. A 20-10 ball game, and the Browns threatening in the red zone here on the 18-yard line. Watson fakes the handoff. Now firing deep down to Cooper and down to the 2, call it the 1-yard line. Nice little play action shot there. Found Cooper in some space and put it right on him. Yeah, absolutely. Bryant really struggled in that game. He was tough. As a touchdown here for Ford, finding some space. And another touchdown for the Browns, as they actually have found something here on offense, finally getting some stuff going for them here with another nice sustained drive. And yes, I agree, Diablo. Bryant was really quite bad in that game, unfortunately. He's got to figure some stuff out, especially, that very first play of the ball game. You can't have that. That's such an immediate, put you in a hole type position. You can't have those turn games on their head, and you haven't even started yet. Yeah, I understand the dislike, Jay, of Wilson. I was very surprised when your Jets, were just determined he was their guy in that draft. We actually talked about it here on the channel, how that was, with some of the other guys in that draft. I mean, they obviously liked what they had, but they were banking on him being Mahomes. And only Mahomes is Mahomes. There's only Oh, wow, missed tackle out here is going to break him loose down the field to the 10-5. Touchdown, and an absolute strike there as Traylon Burks gets free, and nobody could get past it or catch him, excuse me, as a missed tackle here. Ward and Trail had some separation off of Ward, but somehow gets loose with that missed tackle and scampers down the rest of the way for a touchdown to keep these Tennessee Titans in this ball game. But anyway, so I was talking about the Wilson draft pick, which, you know, I think they were banking on him having those like skills that Mahomes has, because he has a propensity to try to do stuff off platform and the unconventional quarterback thing. The problem is, you know, Watson is, you know, or not Watson, excuse me, Mahomes is kind of one of a kind when it comes to that. But only Mahomes is able to do some of those things. So banking on somebody like that because he's got that type of, you know, look alike to a guy like Mahomes is a dangerous prospect. Even when Mahomes was coming out, a lot of people didn't think he was going to amount to much because of that, and the fact that he's able to is yet more incredible. Watson, quick fire over the middle, got it to the Chief, and that'll pick up 9. Yeah, absolutely, Diablo. Certainly have seen some good stuff going here on the offense. Really would like to see some of that translate for the real Browns, as if they could pick some of this. I mean, because really they've been staying on schedule, finding, you know, scheming up some plays here against this defense, finding some guys in some space, and then, you know, just reasonably well blocked up front. They have taken some sacks, so don't love that part, but I don't know. I mean, this is the kind of stuff you want to see from the Browns, just marching down the field and able to put points on the board, and that's really what matters. You know, so we need more of that from the real Browns offense. Now from under center. Watson, handoff goes to Ford, all kinds of space there, and a first down. Jerome Ford is running very well in this ball game, seeing it and hitting holes quickly. Now a heavy set out to his right side. Watson from under center, Kareem Hunt, the sole back. Hunt has the carry, but Batonio got blown up by Gibbons, and Gibbons was about 3 yards deep, about into the mesh point, able to make the tackle for a loss of 1. I agree. I think they should trade for Brissett, and I think the Jets would be very good even with Brissett, because that team is stacked. That defense is great. They have everything but the quarterback, and Wilson just isn't it. It's the same reason why the Browns are really struggling right now, because right now Watson isn't it. And if Watson can figure it out, I mean, we know his ceiling is there, that he could be that. I don't think Wilson has that ceiling. But Watson certainly has that ceiling, but we've seen how bad the Browns can be if, you know, even with an incredible defense, if Watson doesn't have it figured out. And that's why, you know, I think the Jets are kind of in that same boat. You put a Jacoby Brissett in that situation, and you certainly have everything around him to make that a very competitive team, even in the stacked AFC. And yes, an ugly drop. Absolutely. So the Browns have to settle for another field goal. 30-17, the scoreline now. Tannehill from under center. Handoff, or fakes the handoff to Henry, and then fires downfield. Whoa! Should have been picked. McLeod had a chance at it, an easy tip drill, just somehow dropped it. Not sure what happened there. He was looking for Hopkins, And a nice recovery, because Hopkins had some space, but nice recovery to get back there from the defense. It's a big hit there on the underneath throw. And now somebody jumps out on the right side. Well, offsides on the offense. Back them up. 3rd and 11 coming. Tannehill. Pressure in his face. He's going to get sacked. Z gets home. Zadarius Smith in there ever so quickly, and Tannehill couldn't do anything about it. Big sack from the Demolition Dogs. Yes, exactly. Not giving it to Henry because they're behind is a big deal. That is certainly a recipe for success against the Tennessee Titans. Force Tannehill to throw the ball. Obviously, they'll manage some stuff underneath. They'll find some guys in space if they have to, but for the most part, that's how you win. You shut down King Henry, force them to be behind and play from behind, and then force Tannehill to throw the ball downfield. And that is not his strength, as we know, as this time Ford is going to be blown up very quickly in the backfield. A loss of 4. Yeah, absolutely. A shout out to Norman for sure. That was huge, shouting us out just prior to the Steelers game. We very much appreciate that. So Norman from Arizona, very much appreciate the shout out there on Sports for Cleveland. That was really pretty awesome. And Mason, thanks for catching that for us. That was really neat to see. But certainly appreciate getting the Demolition Dogs moniker out there. What the heck was that? That was the oddest glitch I've ever seen. Like, he was standing like he was still like under center after he had the snap, standing still in the pocket. Crazy. The glitches in this game seem to be worse. Like, we had the one glitch game, but we didn't see as many glitch games. Now we've got teleporting balls. We've got a weird snap for a dude standing still like he's under center. Just standing in a pocket that's collapsing around him. That was super odd, and we weren't even in coach mode. I don't even know how to describe that one. I mean, we've seen a number of very, very bizarre glitchy things in this version of the game, as Madden seems to continue to get worse. It was super weird. I don't even know what to call that. He was just standing there with the ball out in front of him like he had his hands under a quarterback. So, a first down here for Titans. Tannehill now on his own 39, tight bunch to his right from under center. Back to pass. Firing out to his left side, had a wide open receiver, just couldn't put it on him. That's DeAndre Hopkins, who oddly couldn't make the catch. You expect him to catch anything coming his way, but that one, not one of them. Yeah, everybody moved except for Watson. He was standing still, holding the ball in front of him like he was waiting for a snap from under center. It was super weird. Kind of crouched like he was under center as well, so it was a very, very odd glitch. So what? Wait, I looked up, I didn't see it. I think he snapped it over the head. A touchdown for the Browns defense. Myles Garrett, I looked away at the chat at the wrong time. I think they snapped it over the head. Let's see if we get a replay on this. Might have snapped it over the head of Tannehill here. This is the worst replay ever. Thanks for nothing. I'm not sure what happened there, but the Browns are going to go for 2. They're not going to get it. 36-17 the scoreline. Yeah, bad snap. Okay, so snapped over the head of Tannehill. Way high. Myles Garrett there to collect and run it in for the touchdown. 2-point conversion not successful. So that's how we end up with a 36-17. Thank you for the update there. I had looked away at the wrong moment. Appreciate that, Phil, helping me out on that one. It's what I thought I might have seen, because like it kind of out of the corner of my eye as I was looking away, I saw what I thought was maybe a high snap, but I wasn't entirely sure because I wasn't looking directly at it. Oh, a punt snap. Okay. or were they in a punt formation? Was that 4th down? Or you snapped it over the head of Tannehill, and it was more like he was trying to snap it for a punt. Yeah, that was certainly the first I can remember a high snap ending up like that as a touchdown going the other way. Okay, yeah, so just really wild snap. Okay. Long and high. All right, so that's the end of the 3rd quarter. As you can see, the Browns winning in most categories. Not a lot of rushing for either team. A lot of passing, though, as the Browns are doing pretty well. Scoreline reflects 36-17. Tannehill over the middle, complete. And Burks has another reception to his credit. And a 1st down. Tannehill over the middle again. He's got to complete again. It's Burks, another 1st down. Now over 200 yards for Tannehill passing. Outside, and Ward was there in coverage. Burks again, the receiver. Now past midfield. Tannehill firing downfield, knocked away. Nice play there from Denzel, able to get his paw up and knock that one down. 2nd and 10. You know, Diablo, we talk about that a lot on the channel. It's a collaborative effort. AVP is very much involved, as is Bill Callahan, as is Stump Mitchell, as is Kevin Stefanski. Just because Kevin Stefanski is the guy calling in the play to quote-unquote the play caller, they're all working together for that. I don't buy this nonsense that what a breakup that was, MJ Anderson. You're not. The way they do business in that sideline is Stefanski is involved in play calling. Obviously, he's the one technically calling the play, but all of those other guys are involved too, and they're helping to call the plays in that they're helping to scheme up what they're seeing against the defense and decide what plays should be called and helping advise Stefanski with the play call. That's how they do the run game and the passing game. So all of those guys are involved. And I don't know that just handing it off to AVP changes much of anything. And absolutely, Stefanski is scheming guys open. The offense is working. It's just Watson is right now the biggest limiting factor. He is not executing. Guys are not on the same page. And like we've said, it all starts and ends with Watson. If Watson can figure it out, the Browns are going to be very good, even without Chubb. But if Watson can't figure it out, then the Browns are going to be in trouble. The Baltimore game is at home, I think. Let me look for you to make sure, Wendell. I think it's a home game, though. It is, yes, it's a home game. So, Baltimore will be in Cleveland. Yep, ceiling is absolutely Watson's, especially with Chubb out. It's 100% Watson's to achieve as a touchdown strike here. This defense giving up more and more ground as they're allowing the Tennessee Titans to find some space and score some points again. Yes, two home games in a row here, and then a bye. So Titans at home, Baltimore at home, then bye, then San Francisco at home again, and then we're on the road at Indy. A lot of home games up front in the season. Kick is up, and it's good. 36-24 the scoreline now. 11:26 left in the fourth quarter as the Browns seem to have let a little bit of the edge slip here in this game. So they need another drive put together here from this offense to try to put this game away. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. A little swing pass out to Hunt. And he's going to pick up 2. Yes, although we saw weather anyway, Don, in week 1. You know, a home game that ended up being a junk weather game anyway, in spite of all of it. It's a weird little throw underneath is broken up. Watson now fires and incomplete. Not sure what he was looking at there. It was not a great throw, and the Browns offense a bit anemic. Gonna have to punt. So Tannehill will take over at his own 27 out of the gun pass, and he's got it complete as this offense for the Titans has seemed to figure some things out more with the reception. And they're finding space in this Browns defense now. They found a coverage matchup they liked more versus Taki. They exploit it there. First and 10. King Henry with the ball carry. He's got all kinds of room. Only McLeod there to save the day. McLeod able to make the tackle, fortunately, on King Henry. That one might have been a touchdown, but now King Henry in the zone might have been but for the McLeod tackle. Nice tackle in space from him. But, of course, now King Henry is in the zone. He is very dangerous in the zone, as we just saw right there. Nice 6-yard pickup that should have been maybe 1. Over the middle, quickly complete. Burks again. 7 receptions for him, 129 yards. He's had a very good day. And look out, as Tennessee has been dangerous of late, and they're starting to pick up some steam. King Henry in the zone certainly does not help. Or if you're a Tennessee fan, certainly does help. 2nd and 7. King Henry now finding some seam, breaking some tackles out to the edge, to the end zone, touchdown! A lot of opportunities to make tackles there, but of course that's against Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry is so difficult to bring down, and he makes them pay here. Delpit with a missed tackle. We had an opportunity from McLeod to make the tackle, couldn't get it done this time. And a few others involved, but King Henry beats them all to the end zone. So suddenly this one getting a little bit more nervy. 36-31 the scoreline. 7:47 to play in the ball game. As the Browns offense kind of has tapered off. Meanwhile, the Tennessee Titans offense has kind of picked it up. And that certainly is not what you want in the fourth quarter of a ball game. Yes, very Madden, Don. Absolutely. On empty set. Watson out of the gun. Watson throws downfield. Got a man on the sideline, but couldn't get it to him. That was Moore just out of bounds. He needed to put that further up the sideline and not out of bounds. That'd have been 6. He was wide open. 2nd and 10. Watson. All kinds of time. Finally unloads downfield. Wide open man down there is the Chief. A big pickup there. And they needed it desperately. Yeah, absolutely they remembered they had Henry. And man, did they make the Browns defense pay with him there. As they're sniffing kind of the success and realizing they're kind of still in this game and they absolutely can run with Derrick Henry And that pays off for them. From under center. Fakes the handoff to Ford. Bootleg action out to his right and throws this one away. He had a man standing there open. Not sure why he didn't just put it on him. Why are you not throwing out of bounds instead of putting on the man just standing there by the sideline who was uncovered? 2nd and 10. That was weird. Watson now inherent. I'm not sure if that one's tipped, maybe. Couldn't really tell, but it went to nobody. Yeah, they certainly haven't been doing a lot of that of late. 3rd and 10. And they're not going to do that here. Can't imagine. Blitz coming late. Watson scrambling, running it away, and throwing it out of bounds. So, Browns offense gets one big chunk play and then stalls again. And they're going to have to punt. So, whittling away the chances here as the Browns offense continues to be anemic. Nice punt, though. Puts it out at the 10. Let's look at Treylon Burks' day. He's been great. 7 receptions, 129 yards, and a touchdown. Now they got to find a way to stop Tennessee here on this drive, starting from the 10. That one goes underneath and picks up 4. Second and 6 coming. Tannehill from under center. Hands it off to King Henry. King Henry's got a hole, and King Henry's going to get away to the 30, to the 40, out to the 50, and that's where he's knocked out of bounds at the 49-yard line. A big run for King Henry, and yes, they remembered they had King Henry indeed, and he is so dangerous. You see Myles Garrett following him the entire way. He eventually makes it to push him out of bounds. He is the one to make the tackle, chasing King Henry the whole length of that run. But never gave up on the play, at least, which is a good thing. If he wasn't there, he probably scores. 1st and 10. A handoff right up the middle. Huge hole for Henry. Thornhill and McLeod there for the tackle, but look out. This offense is humming. Defense is tired. And King Henry is making them pay now. Split out into the formation as King Henry. Out to the outside. Got it to his tight end. A big hit from Denzel Ward. He's a rookie, Diablo. I mean, D tackles take 3 to 4 years easy to develop. He's a rookie. I'm not surprised by that at all, honestly. I know he's a 3rd-round draft pick, but still, I mean, he's going to take some time. They might get him in later into the season. We'll see. But, you know, for now, they're going to continue to develop him. That was kind of always the goal. I mean, that's really, you know, good team building and drafting is predicated on, you know, building guys behind or developing guys behind, you know, your studs. That's kind of what you're looking to do anyway. So not seeing them out there shouldn't be that surprising. I know it's a new mindset for how we've always done things, but that's kind of how they've shifted the model, where you're not having to play your draft picks right away, nor should you want to. You want to develop them more, get them ready in your system, so that when they do come in, they're polished. 2nd and 10. Incomplete, knocked away. 3rd and 10 coming from the 14. Browns looking for a red zone stop here. Handed off to Derrick Henry and just stopped short, I think. 4th and 1 he was. Just able to keep him from getting that first down. We'll see what the Titans choose to do here. But a big play coming. Either they're going to take the field goal on 4th and 1, or they're going to try for this. Either way, important point here in the ballgame. All right, they are going to go for this. Browns looking for a critical stop. Tannehill hands it off. He's going to get the first down. Just able to get there. Chestnut, the carrier. and he was able to seek that first down yardage. So Titans in business now. 1st and goal from the 3. Come out in a goal line set. And off goes Derrick Henry, and ball's out! But the Tennessee Titans fall on it. You know, the problem, Karen, is even our defense will do this in real life, as good as they are. And they are good, but the problem is the offense has been bad, and they've put it all on the defense to be on the field all game because the offense has been bad in the second half of this ball game, and so the defense has gotten tired as they're going to sack Tannehill. Zadarius back there, Miles back there, Walker back there, and Tannehill goes down. 4th and goal, big stop for the defense. Speaking of a very good defense, there it is. Demolition Dogs getting home, as they have been all game long, but keep in mind, Karen, even a great defense like this, you put them out on the field too long, they get too tired, they'll make a bad offense look good if they're too tired. As Tannehill's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be stopped short. Turnover on downs, the defense wins, and the Browns, with 57 seconds left in the ball game, deny the opportunity to the Tennessee Titans, and they're going to win the ball game. What a finish that was. A huge stop for the defense and a turnover on downs to clinch the win for the Browns. Why are you in the gun? Run the clock out. What are we doing? I guess a little inside zone. Kareem Hunt gets the first down, though. That will ice it. I'm not sure why you're not in the victory formation on first down. I guess because they've got timeouts left, but come on now. Nice little spin from Ford. 2 hands on the ball as it should. There's the victory formation. Another first down achieved. 2 more than they really needed, but hey, we'll take it. A win is a win. Yeah, I don't know what that call was on 4th down. That was awful. But we'll take it. A big stop for the defense. Turnover on downs prevents the come-from-behind win that was looming large there. I'm not sure why you're not handing it off to King Henry with him in the zone that entire time. But they didn't. The Browns defense wins, and the Browns win. So, 36-31 your final here, as a big win here for the Browns. Kind of let the Tennessee Titans sniff an opportunity for a comeback, but slammed the door shut in the waning moments of the game. So Phil's going to join us here with a moment, and he's going to call out some of the stats from this game, as this one ended up going the way of the Browns. So take it away, Phil.
All right, what a wild game that was. Browns do get it done. Defense wins championships, and it won this game for them. A big, big stop at the end. Of course, you got to question Vrabel's decision to go for it there on the 4th and goal from 12, 15 yards away, of course, and then not just take the field goal and try for the onside kick. You had 3 timeouts. Maybe down 5, that was the way to go. I don't know. Tannehill today, 26 of 45, 283. He had 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Derrick Henry was a monster, as advertised. 22 carries, 167 yards, a touchdown. He also fumbled once as well. Nobody else really getting involved. Treylon Burks, 8 for 138, including that 78-yard touchdown as well. Okonkwo, 6 for 72 and a touchdown. And then Chris Moore, 5 for 43. How about D-Hop, just 2 for 12 in this one? Defensively speaking, leading tackler, no surprise, is going to be Kevin Byard. Second-year player Jack Gibbons with 11, Fulton Hooker, Al-Shaair with 10 as well. Sacks today, 2 for Autry, 1 for Key, 1 for Landry, and then a half by Tart and Simmons. The 1 pick today was by Kevin Byard. He also, of course, had 2 passes deflected, so really solid day for him in this one. For the Browns, Deshaun Watson, 25 of 39 for 311 yards. That's 64% completions, no touchdowns. And the one interception. Jerome Ford today, 14 for 75 and 2 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt, 9 for 39 and a touchdown. Watson, 5 for 30. So everybody ran pretty well. Maybe just needed a little bit more of it, is what I would say. 9 for 167 for the Chief. Coop, 5 for 70. DPJ, 3 for 26. Elijah Moore, 3 for 18. 2 for Ford and Hunt. And 1 for Jordan Akins, though. 1 drop, 2 drops, 3, 4 drops in this one, not helping. 2 sacks given up by Jed Wills, 1 by Batonio, 1 by Posick in this one. 10 tackles for Delpit. He was also playing some nickel out there. We'll wonder if we'll see that tomorrow in real life. JOK and Denzel adding 9, 8 for AWalk. How about Myles Garrett? 8 tackles, 4 of them for loss. 2.5 sacks for him as well. 1 for Zadarius Smith, and the AWalk had that half at the end. A huge, huge one to make them go. And MJ Emerson gets the interception in this one. How about D-Hop today? 3 for 3. He got it going. They needed him to. Just a long of 32. So red zone woes continuing for the Browns offense. Appreciate you being on. This one was a fun one. Wrap it up for us, Kit.
Yeah, it was fun indeed. Certainly hope we see some of that. Certainly on the offensive side for the Browns, figuring some things out. Defense, of course, continued to be absolutely great. Just can't let off the gas off the pedal. Continue to run the ball. Probably a better option there. But certainly hope to see some of that, at least, in the game tomorrow. Hope to see you all there. We will have a live chat. You can join us on the Discord for that. The link is in the description of this video. But we'll get out of here the way we always do by saying, Go Browns!